Fuck your bitch ass rant, alright? Fuck you and everything you stand for.
39.
39. Sean Alexander? No, he was 37. Shit.
Dominic Hasek.
That's Dominic? That's Dominator?
The Dominator. I want to say he was on Buffalo.
When he's on Buffalo. So when he was on Detroit, it was 38? I think it was 38. What was Cujo? Like 36?
Cujo.
If you really look at goalies, I think that would be a good idea.
40s, 40s.
We're at 40 now, so I think goalies might be over with.
Yeah, free safeties.
I don't know who. No, the only person I can think of is John Lynch, and that's 47. That's like a good 2-3 weeks away.
The burning is.
Hey guys. Hey.
Episode 39.
That's a lot of arm movements.
I have a headache. I want to go home.
I have a stomachache. I want to go home. Yeah, at least you live here. To go drive home. Fuck up.
I gotta rearrange my bedroom after this.
In the time it'll take me to drive home.
Yeah.
In the cold outside. On the merciless streets of Toronto.
This is taking way too long. We're gonna talk about school gatherings in LA. Isn't that a new poem?
It really is. I just bought this.
The Super
yesterday.
Bowl. And Mayor Rob Ford.
This is my Super Bowl.
That's something. And of course, the tip
Of.
the
Yep.
rousing, just because I don't know that word.
Hold on. Can we do that one more time?
Rousing?
No, I was off. My melody was off. I think.
Okay, tip.
Of. I never tried the small harmonica.
Boom!
Tip. In the city of Los Angeles, there was like a whole school just teachers fired. Everyone lost their jobs. And no, it's not because it's 2012. It happened because
Oh, I get the fun part. At the Miramonte Elementary School,
I'm disturbed that you would call this the fun part.
2 teachers were charged with separate lewd acts. Can I say lewd? Yeah.
Please say lewd. I feel like anything else would get us arrested.
They haven't been convicted of anything just yet.
But I
But
swear to God, if that teacher did what I think he did, I swear to God.
the allegations are that one teacher sent inappropriate letters to a kindergartner.
No, he was like 11 years old.
Was it?
Yeah.
Um,
But that one's not. That reminds me of that episode of South Park where it's just a female teacher likes a young boy. Who really cares? It's a female teacher.
Wow, we need to get into this. And the other teacher was allegedly charged with doing a number of things, the most disturbing of which was feeding his kids his own semen during a fear factor type challenge that he had. And he's been teaching for a while and probably had this fear factor for a while. So what the school did was...
So everybody who's on Fear Factor, you're probably eating Joe Rogan's semen.
That's a whole other story. So what they did, the school county, once they found this out, was they decided to fire not only the 2 teachers, but everybody else.
Picture like that Oprah moment. You're getting fired, and you're getting fired, and you're getting fired. You're all fired!
Is this absolutely crazy, or
Yes, it is.
am I incredibly naive?
Both. You're definitely incredibly naive. Which is funny because there's so many times where you're so jaded that I can't stand to be around you without cutting myself. But yeah, you're incredibly naive. That's the way the world works for some reason.
How is it even legal for you to fire an entire school full of teachers?
I feel like, what, did the janitors get fired? Did the assistant teachers get fired? Did the fucking nigga who comes in and stops the vending machine get fired? Like, did the principals get, was this top to bottom? Like, what did they do? They did their jobs. Other kids have known, kids love consistency as much as they want to bitch about it. And if you're gonna tell me that wiping everything off the slate is gonna be a good idea, then clearly you haven't thought it through. Not at all.
So they fired everybody on Monday, and they plan on opening the school again on Thursday. The turnover seems kind of fast for...
And they're trying to let all the kids who need to go to different schools for clearer semen in their stomach. Sorry, I had to say it. All the kids who need to go to different schools get first priority, yada yada yada. But no, this is dumb on every level that's possible. That's like me, too easy. Going to work, finding out that nigga over there took money from work. This nigga over there, he was doing a bitch at work and he shouldn't have been. And that nigga back there was just late and fuck. And then everybody's like, you know what? Fuck all y'all niggas. We get a new roster. Like that doesn't compute.
Yeah, normally I'm very quick to defend people when they do like really
brazen. Yeah.
Outlandish shit, but this is just insane. How are these new teachers how these old teachers are going to find new jobs?
They're going to be blacklisted because they're going to be the teachers who taught at that school. So they essentially ruined like a good 12 teachers' reputations who didn't do nothing.
Sure, it's more than 12. So actually, whatever. So let's say under 20 people, their lives
have been ruined
over
because one nigga just wanted to feed people semen. You better go to jail for fucking life if that's true. I swear to God. I'm all for people eating semen, but that's if they have their own option. Hey, if the bitch is like, hey, you just want to come in my mouth and shit, hey, oh my God, fine. But you can't just be feeding it to children. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
It's very different.
Super Bowl! And it's...
So, the Super Bowl just happened. Super Bowl XLVI.
46 for those of you who aren't ancient Romans.
XLVI. I fucked that up.
Nigga, why are you speaking in letters? What the fuck?
It happened for a reason. I don't understand.
What? Because it's like, what is it, the ancient Book of Corinthians or some shit? What the fuck?
Wowzers. I don't even know what you're on today.
Is it on 1? The I?
Super Bowl. Oh, happened. Giants beat the Patriots.
He had it! He fucking had it. It was in the palms of his hands. I'm putting a picture right here, because Wes Welker, you had it. Rob Gronkowski, it was here. Here.
So what
they get
paid
to catch
about
here.
Is
with these hands.
the last play of the
Not
game.
these hands, with their hands.
Where Tom Brady threw a desperate Hail Mary Eli type pass and his teammates didn't catch it because 1, it was a ridiculous pass, 2, ridiculous situation, 3, it's not what they do.
Okay, fair enough. The Hail Mary they didn't catch. I can let that one go, even though Gronk, you fucking had it. But I'm like, you know what? He sprained his ankle. You couldn't push off the dive. Whatever. I'll let that go. You mean to tell me you expect me to let go of the one that Wes Welker had in his hands and dropped? If you tell me
that wasn't a touchdown,
that was for first down, that would have kept the drive going, which would have gave Eli no time to score. Or at the very least, they would have had more points on the board, so they still would have been up. At the very least, they would have had a field goal.
And talking to the person who watched the Ravens game as a Ravens fan, to where someone actually dropped a pass that they actually held up, still not wearing it, actually dropped a pass to which they had 2 hands around and had possession of the ball, but then said, hey, you know what? I'm already here. I'm sure the kicker's not going to miss a field. That's only like, what, 20 yards? I can just let this one go.
But do you understand? I understand as a Ravens fan how angering that is. I'm not trying to belittle that in any way.
That's exactly what you're doing, because it's comparing a Hail Mary play to a set design pass with this motherfucker caught an open fucking catch.
I'm comparing it to Wes Welker's pass.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Alright, go ahead.
Wes Welker. See, here's the difference. Wes Welker was by himself. Who dropped it? What's his name? Former Bill. What's his name? Lee Evans. Lee Evans had actual defenders on him that had his hand on the ball. Granted, he still should have caught it. I'm not gonna. No, he still should have caught it. But there's an actual piece of Wes Welker legitimately could have went like this and tipped the ball to us. Anyone look up this play? He could have literally tipped the ball to himself like twice. There was a Giants here, and here. Nobody was within 5 yards of him though. They were all like in a circle, like just hump circle, just. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get over this. Madonna did much better at the Super Bowl halftime show than I had previously assumed.
That was a very terrible segment, but yes, I agree.
I had to get over this because if I didn't, I would have spent the whole 5 minutes ranting.
Okay.
CeeLo dressed like a moo, just in his bedazzled moo. I heard someone say he looked like the villain from Little Mermaid, the fucking octopus man. MIA finger, deal or no deal?
I don't even understand that question.
Big deal or not a deal?
There we go.
I'm sorry, deal or no deal is more applicable.
Not
2 years ago.
Big deal to me at all, just because it didn't even look like a finger when she did it.
I didn't know she did it. I genuinely missed that.
You didn't notice?
Nope.
Did you notice when the screen went all blurry for like that little half second?
I think that might have been the part where I wasn't watching, and you told me to come back and watch.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really.
I saw the replay and I'm like, they have to slow this down immensely for it to even get caught.
It wasn't that. It wasn't a big deal at all.
I only think like 3 people caught it that she did it, and that's all like brown people who love MA, like Jenna. And I'm not gonna lie, I only have Jenna in mind. Sorry, that's it. Jenna, you're the only brown person I know that likes MIA. That's really it.
All right. Anything else you want to comment? Oh, and of
He
course,
fucking had it.
Eli is now being. His name's being tossed around as a Hall of Famer because he beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
He beat the greatest. He beat the greatest, or if not greatest, second greatest. So if he beat the second greatest, then if by that definition, should that not make him a Hall of Famer?
No, they weren't playing chess.
Thank you.
Oh.
No, this is what someone said to me, and I'm like, Brady doesn't play defense. He can probably sneak into the Hall of Fame, worst case scenario, but like numbers-wise, he's not even really better than his brother. The only thing numbers-wise that he has than his brother is wins, which in the grand scheme of things counts for a lot, but doesn't count for everything. MVPs, Peyton has 4, he has none. Super Bowl MVPs, he only has 2, Peyton has 1. Like, the numbers aren't that big for it to be like Eli's suddenly the better Manning. So,
but let's not forget Eli is like still pretty young.
He has time.
All right, I'm not gonna limit his career's numbers. He has time, people. Let the man live.
Good God. But what if like Peyton Manning goes to like Miami and wins the Super Bowl?
Or the Jets.
Or the Jets. I pray. Like, I just really pray. That would be the greatest rivalry of all time. Only because I know Rex Ryan would shut the hell up. And I know he wouldn't have any idea what to do about fucking Mark Sanchez. He'd try to pave over it like smoothly, but it'd just be awful.
I don't see how it could be good. It'd be Brett Favre all over again.
Lastly, but definitely not leastly, and that's like my favorite phrase that spawned from the show. Lastly, not leastly. Yeah. Tip of the tip's a close second.
Yeah, it's been going for a while. Like lastly, not leastly.
I love lastly but not leastly is like one of my favorite parts of the show. I mean, sorry, but like that phrase right there.
I'm attached to the phrase.
Tip of the tip too. Like, I'm gonna tip you with my tip. I don't even.
It's not tip of the tip. Those are 2 different phrases.
No, I'm gonna tip you with my tip. Rob Ford, he's horrible, and I think everyone's finding out this now. I don't know. Excuse me, why this is news, because everyone said when he was running that he was going to ruin the city, and what is this, year 2?
Rob Ford is the mayor of Toronto, for those of you that don't know.
If you don't know Rob Ford's the mayor of Toronto, I swear to God, I've been ranting about this nigga on this show forever.
I'm sure he's going to go into nationals soon, so.
Okay, alright, but do you think they're really going to come back and listen to this episode specifically?
Yeah, man. This is a good one. Dominic Hasek. Man.
Yes, let me get to that's what Rob Ford causes. But bump. Oh, Tweezy in the house.
That's pretty good, actually.
Wow. You ruined that.
My depth perception's all off.
You got hit in the other eye.
How does that change my depth perception? That's what fucks it up even more. I'm like, he's farther away, or is he?
So, for my personal job description, there's like a whole city. Well, that's not all Rob Ford's fault, although the almost strike was. It was a lot like the NBA labor dispute to me. Like, it was just really David Stern against Billy Hunter, and they just kept calling him a bully and just trying to bend us over and da-da-da-da-da. And now he's like trying to do the same thing with the transit idea. Like, he won't let this transit thing go. Like, I swear he's willing to lay down his life for this.
And similar to that David Stern with the Clippers deal, I don't think he was 100% wrong.
The Clippers deal?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the transit deal?
Yeah.
Well, the transit thing isn't that bad. I'm talking about the more overall labor dispute that's happening with QP and the city. But the transit thing's not, because it's for the betterment of people, but at a cost of the people. Which is exactly what that Chris Paul deal was. It was for the betterment, oh good lord, of the league, but at the cost of the Lakers and other parts of the league.
Yeah, but Clippers got theirs. Hornets pretty much got theirs.
Not even close.
What do you mean? They're going to Canaan soon enough. This is about Rob Ford, alright?
Not even close.
So,
don't ever tell me the Hornets got theirs.
He's not he's not a bad mayor. I'm going to tell you he's not a bad, that's more distracting than anything else. He is not a bad mayor. I think if we give him time to go through with his insane plans, I think we'll see that
half of all the budget will be slashed and all the money will be in the banks just chilling there.
Pretty much, and we'll have bigger goals for the future. I guess we'll have more opportunities later down the line. I understand people are upset now because some people's paychecks have been cut and other people's paychecks are going up. But
11 fucking cents though.
One step at a time, my friend. But he's doing it for, again, the people. Like, he's helping cut that gap between the rich and the poor by making us all poor. So can you really blame him?
What about the rich? Because I'm pretty sure the rich aren't actually getting it. He's cutting the gap between the medium and the poor.
Yeah.
So that we're all, it's just rich and poor. There's no middle class anymore.
Yeah. Bringing us all together.
Okay, this is...
Are you gonna take some time to digest that?
It hurts me. It legitimately just hurts me. And as a result, this is going to cause like a lot of uprising from different areas of the city because people aren't going to be happy with these things. In order to progress us, he's going to have to hold the vast majority of us down, and those majority won't want to get held down.
This is the exact same talk we're having about last time when we were like, when Too Easy's in charge, we start killing motherfuckers off because I'm the run this bitch, like I want to run this bitch. So every motherfucker in this city's gonna have to listen to me and get the fuck out.
But didn't I say I was going to do it properly?
Again, proper to you isn't proper to average white male 40 with 2 kids.
You said average. This nigga is like 400 pounds. That's 2 average males. And a small dog.
He's losing weight though.
And a kid. He lost 4 pounds. Get the fuck.
He lost 4 pounds this week. He started off with
I feel like walking up the stairs would cause his fat ass to lose 4 pounds this week.
What a fantastic episode that was.
Syllabet. Is this in or on the guitar? That's all I want to know. I just need to know if this right now is in or on the guitar. Because my Too Easy standing is that is in because it's inside the strings. Will says no, it's on, which could be perceived as on, but hey, he's wrong. He's ill.
There's also in here, which you didn't say.
I don't know about that. Anyways, you know what? Fuck the tip song. Let's get right to the tip. Will just ruined my tip. That's the tip song for this week. That's what it is. It's a really angry episode. I'm gonna tell you.
Bitch. I hope all the worst things in life happen to you.
I wish I had Sprite. Somebody probably spit it. Our tip this week is keep your eye on the prize. Because, like our topics this week, pretty much everybody involved has taken their eyes off the prize and then gotten fucked up for it. So we need you guys to remember, just keep your eyes on what your goal is, not what the next goal after is. You can get there, but get to where you have to go first.
That is best ever.
You know why?
Okay.
Keep my eyes on the prize.
Running is
After running as the boat. Hey, that's new. That is just let him burn. Vaya!